right, so good morning, everyone. We're gonna get started.
Yeah.
Want to thank Tiffany Turnbull Agency for being our October sponsor. Tiffany is going to be doing her spotlight on the 12th, right? That's next week already. Losing track, I cannot believe it's we're in the month of October. Does anybody feel the same way? Just feel like it was last year already. And starting to already think about like Christmas decorations and all that kind of stuff. There's already stuff out in the stores. Yeah, there is. I don't know, it's crazy. But this year just flew by, but here we are. We do have a ribbon cutting today. Tonight, 4:30, I didn't mean to
More
sound that
excited,
way.
Julie, more
Yeah,
excited.
I didn't mean to sound that way, but it's like we're already to Thursday. So, 4:30 this evening, I do believe that doesn't look like there's gonna be rain, hopefully. So please come out, join us. It will be Precious Elements Jewelers, sorry, right next to Boomer Jack's, 4:30. And then we will be out at Mays Days, which is this Saturday. So I was already thinking, I'm so much thinking about setup, because we're gonna be out there trying to set up on Friday. But that will be Saturday. It's a huge festival that the city of Murphy puts on. Well, I think everybody here knows. And we'll have our young entrepreneur stand booth, as well as several other young entrepreneur booths and some members all in our area. We have 10 spots total. It'll be just the chamber area. And it is moved this year though into the PSA parking lot, so the vendors are not going to be in the usual spot they are. Instead of that field, they're moved actually in the middle portion of the PSA parking lot, just next to Central Park. So kind of like where we had our VIP parking with Spring Fever, but only in the middle part, that will be the Murphy vendor area this year for them.
So where do we park?
Parking will be, parking will be in the city
Yeah.
lot, so behind like the police department and all of that, that's, yeah, or Tom Kim Road, and they will have a shuttle all day. So those fill up fast. Vendors have a parking pass. You don't lose your parking pass, that's what you have. I think you can purchase extra ones with the city, but they will be closing the community center, so if anybody hasn't picked up your packet and you're a vendor, if you don't pick it up by today, they're gonna be closed tomorrow. So make sure you get that packet. They're also gonna have a celebration sugar stroll on October 20th. So the city of Murphy is looking for businesses. If you would like to be represented, there's gonna be a movie in the park that night. Prior to the movie, they want businesses to kind of have set up as tables and offer candy, kind of like a trunk or treat, but off of a table. So you could decorate your table, you could offer candy to anybody who wants to come a little early before the movie. It'll be a moonlight movie like they do in the spring, but it will be October 20th in Central Park. So if you're interested in that or you want to sponsor, that is a city event. I don't handle that. I'm just letting you know the event's happening, so if a business wants to be involved, call Ashley Hudson with the city of Murphy. And of course, if you don't have her information, I can forward it on to you, no problem. October 26th, we're gonna host a legislative update with Candy Noble. And that will be from 8 to 9 here in place of our usual networking event. In case anything changes with their schedules, I'll let you know, and we'll just be here anyway for our usual event. So just plan to be here, 8 a.m., and we plan to have some breakfast snacks to offer that morning. Actually, snacks, actually a little bit more substantial, more like a breakfast. And we also will present our annual meeting. Do you have questions?
Is it over easy?
Over easy. And what day is that? That's gonna be October 26th, that Thursday. And our annual meeting, which we usually present the new slate for the board of directors, we're gonna be putting forth a vote there, taking any nominations from the floor, doing some of our annual meeting items at that meeting as well. So invite you to be out that day. We'll already be here, so put it on the calendar. November 16th will be our next luncheon. This will be the luncheon that we also honor our area veterans. We invite them to attend and offer them a complimentary lunch. And that includes chamber members that are veterans as well. So we really thank you for your service. And we have the Murphy Veterans Tribute, who's a returning sponsor each year. And then Dalt Trahan Wealth Management, who was also helping to sponsor that this year. 11:30 to 1. The big change I'd like you to note on your calendar, instead of a Tuesday, which we're all used to for the chamber luncheons, it's a Thursday. That way we stay away from the following week, which is Thanksgiving. So make sure you mark it's a Thursday. You don't show up that Tuesday or the following Tuesday, we won't be here. And that will be here in this room, November 16th. And we will have Mark Witham, who's the owner and operator of the Military Heritage Collection in Nevada, Texas. He's got a real interesting display. I'm not going to spoil it for you. And he's not just going to be talking about what he has there, but he's really going to unveil some of the stories behind all of the things you could find there at his collection museum there. So very interesting. I was able to meet with him briefly recently. I think it'll be a great program. And he also has served in both the English and the United States militaries. And thank you, Bobby, for the referral, because Bobby is the one who let me know about Mark. So thank you. And just want to do a shout out to our news members. It's also on your table. If you see them out and about, welcome them to the chamber. BC Solar, Tune Up the Manly Salon, Club 4 Fitness, Hot Works, and Say It With Sugar Cake Shop. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll start online first, and then we'll end in the room, and Bobby's going to be our spotlight today. So let's, Tiffany, our sponsor, would you kick it off for us this morning?
Sure. Wait till I mute myself, and I'm already unmuted, so. Good morning. It's so weird not seeing the room and seeing everybody there. Do you mind turning it around while I talk? I'm so sorry. Thank you.
I bet she likes singing songs.
Yay! Hi, good morning, everybody. I love everybody online too, because I really love to see the room. I'm so sorry I'm not there. I will be there for the rest of the month. I have so many announcements, so I'm really excited about my spotlight next week. You guys know that I do health insurance. I love health insurance. It's what I've been doing. I have grown my agency and I've grown my business over the summer. And now my favorite time of the year is here. Open enrollment starts on November 1st. So it's pretty much health insurance season for the next 2.5 months, and I'm really excited about it. That's why I love to sponsor in October, because I get all the good information from all the carriers. We know what the marketplace is going to look like. And I can share all that information with you guys ahead of time as we know it. So really, that's about it. You know, I do health insurance. If you don't know how to get a hold of me, ask the person next to you, because I know they do. So I will see everybody next week. Have a good day.
All right. So next, Jean.
Well, I will repeat what Tiff just said. I'll talk about Medicare. I can now talk about next year's Medicare plans. I've already had some calls from people whose drug plan went up to like $40 a month and they don't take anything, so I'm gonna move them, but I haven't really got my head around the actual formularies and what's covered and what's best for who yet. But that, we're working on that. So Medicare season starts in another week. I can actually start enrolling people. And thank you, Tina, for the organ. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with it.
My grandma's that we're doing.
I had one of those growing up.
It's a family heirloom.
Oh wow, I had one of those growing up. And I wrote that. But I always wanted a piano. Anyway. Still on my bucket list. I have a piano. I just want to learn to play it. My son plays it. Anyway, digress. So, yeah. Maybe if I learn, I'll play a piece for you all. All right. Mako.
I love chopsticks.
Yeah, I can play the trumpet for you. Okay, Mako.
Lord. We are way off.
What did I have this morning? Mako.
Are we reckoning now?
Yes.
You may be good.
Hey, everybody, my name is Mashko and I'm a printer. Looking forward to this weekend to help support those young kids, those young entrepreneurs. We created up their little yard signs for them that they're going to be using to help promote their little booth out at Maze Day, so people will come by and, hopefully purchase some of the products that they have up for sale. Again, my name is Matt Owen with Wells Graphic Center. Remember, other printers may be nearby, but nobody comes close. Good morning, everybody. We're now going
Alright.
to
Lee Craig.
turn the computer around, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a special
Why don't we
treatment
just
for our
turn the computer
sponsor. I
around?
need to share. You only get to one time. Where's everybody? And y'all, would you want to do your clap one more time for Matt? Alright, here you go. Alright, Lee Craig.
Lee Craig with the law office of Lee Craig. I do wills, trust, probate, elder law, adult guardianships, and estate planning. I have over 30 years' experience in the area, and I teach nationally to other attorneys for their CLE credits, their bar credit. I wonder if you know which animal is the most generous animal in the world. It's the skunk, because he gives everyone who passes a cent. So if you have a lot of cents saved up and you want to make sure that your loved ones get them, give me a call, Lee Craig with the law office of Lee Craig. Thank you.
There's Nadia. I'm getting my workout today.
Everybody's turn.
Yes, I need someone to get me back to it. All right, so now we're gonna start in the room. Let's start over here with our smiling face with Paul Brown. Just be careful of the
Do what?
wires. Be careful of the wires.
The wires, okay.
It's that sugar high.
Now we need to pin this one. Now we got our people. Hey there, Paul Brown with Edward Jones Financial Services. Okay, who drives to work? Okay, how many times have you seen the car that's zipping around you and been cutting in and out and trying to get ahead?
Leave me alone.
That's me.
Now
you get personal.
But you get to that next red light, and there they are right beside you.
They were first.
Or they're coming here on the freeway, and they get in that left lane, and the left lane backs up, and you're in the middle lane, and you're just going right past them, that sort of thing. So, okay, that's kind of a metaphor for investors, okay? Individual investors tend to be emotional, they react to things, they buy when people have already moved the market up, and they sell after when the market crashes. Oh my God, I gotta get out. Okay, the main service a financial advisor provides is sitting with somebody, put a plan together, have them understand what they're working towards, so I understand what they're working towards, and gives them peace of mind and confidence in their own decision. That is my main value as a financial advisor to my clients, is providing peace of mind for that long-term plan. So keep that in mind. The average individual investor tends to gain about 2 to 2.5% per year over time, because that reactionary thing that they do. Okay, long-term plans, you're talking much greater returns. Stay invested in the market. Another example, what happened with the Republican House yesterday?
Holy cow.
They threw out the speaker.
I threw mine out the window, so they couldn't track me.
Exactly. The market was up 1% yesterday.
It was what?
It was up. The market was up yesterday. Oh my God, the speaker's up. The market was up. They don't know. They invested. Thank you very much.
It didn't have any real.
It was bad the day before.
Yes, it was.
Didn't have any place else to go but
Good morning, Alan, the Executive Tax Solution Tax Defense Team. Yes, I've been gone for a while, but I've been busy. This last September is like the busiest September I've ever had. It actually was the 4th highest gross for the year and like 5th in 2 years. So this was really a great year. Anyhow, we do tax resolution, which is our flagship service, bookkeeping, payroll, tax planning, and also a little bit of marketing for our clients. I broke Google. I really do. That's really how my business has been growing. I broke it. And if you'd like us to help you with that, it's kind of expensive to start what we do because it's a lot of work to set up. But and then we're pretty cheap on the monthly. If you need help with marketing, we do that with about half of our clients. I kind of gave you a warning a couple months ago that I'll probably be disappearing. I will try and drop in at least once a month because it's hunting season. Although it's a kind of slow hunt this season because of the heat, I'm expecting the temperatures to drop. So anyhow, I'm the Executive Tax Solution Tax Defense Team.
Good morning, everybody at home and at the office. I'm Sammy Garner with American Family Life Assurance Company. It's been a company that's been around since 1955. We're a Fortune 500 company, so we have an idea of what supplementary insurance looks like and what people's needs are as we do surveys about every 2 years to make sure that the benefits we offer are relevant to the workforce. So please know that when you are looking at supplementary insurance, looking at Aflac, we do try to make sure that the payouts are commensurate with the market, with the cost of living. We work very hard to provide service for you. I work very hard to make sure that if you need something, that I am there as well. My name is Sammy Garner, and I am with Aflac. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Line. I'm with the American Legion Telecom West Post 315 here in Wiley, Texas. But I'm also on the Murphy Veterans Tribute Board, and we're really excited about the progress we're making. If anybody would like to be part of the Patriot Task Force, that is where you'll help us do planning and fundraising and any other suggestions. Please let Mary Pat or myself know, or Debbie Brummer or Larry Hawkins. We would love to have your input. But I am part of the Legion in Raleigh, and if you have served 1 day since December 7th, 1941, you are eligible to be a part of the American Legion. So come see me.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the rain last night. We had your gutters cleaned out so that water didn't come inside, but went outside. Hey, I just wanted to bring up some information that's happening. The insurance industry is changing. Things are going to be happening with your auto and your home policies. A lot of companies are going to no longer do what's called monoline. You may have USSA, or you may have another company over here for your auto, and you have your home over here. A lot of it's going to make you start bundling the auto with the home to be insured. It's happening down the road. It is happening because they figure that if you're rolling the dice, we're rolling the dice that we're going to pay for your house to be repaired. If there should be some hail damage, we're rolling the dice that we don't get any hail. So that's what insurance does every day. Praying that we don't have a claim. You're praying that if the claim does happen, the insurance company has deep pockets to pay it. During 2021, we had the horrible week of bad weather. A lot of companies, there were a few that did not pay claims. They were out of Florida. They bailed out. Those homeowners did not get their claim paid, so they had to go to the state of Texas and file up to the insurance commission and try to get their claim paid. They're still trying to get that claim paid. So I'm Jimmy Little with Flowers. Make sure you have the right coverage.
Good morning, I'm Gloria from Countryside Smiles in Murphy, the office of Dr. Street Hill. The holidays are around the corner, so call me so you can schedule your cleaning. Have y'all been to the dentist this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, call me anyways. She does everything from routine checkups to implants. We're in Murphy.
I told Gloria that she was next and I didn't do that. Jean, I think you should play that organ for us.
No.
Why? She's muted.
She can still be.
No, she's just saying that.
No, she's just saying no. I mean, okay. I'm Tina, Rock and Realty. I've missed a couple weeks. The market's kind of crazy right now. Interest rates are high, but that's okay. They're gonna come down eventually. If I can help any of you buy, sell, invest, I would be happy to. Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Conwell with Dignity Memorial, and as you all know, I help people pre-plan for funerals and cremation and cemetery arrangements. In our market, the prices only change in one direction. So I always encourage people to. So I always encourage people to go ahead and pre-purchase because it's never going to be less expensive than it is today. Also, one little aspect I want to talk about. Sometimes people have a funeral plan or a cemetery plan. You can use any funeral home in any cemetery. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be connected or one and the same. And a lot of times I work with families because they might have an elder parent or something and they've got a plan and they just want to make sure it's all complete. And there's components of all of it. So if you know anybody that needs that done, please let me know. And you can always find me on the web at johnconwell.us. Thank you.
Speaking of death, I'm Shepherd of Pest Control. I had a very good week last week. It was less stress on me because you answered my sock question. I knew how to go out into public again. I've been around since 1980, or we have. I've been doing pest control. You've been around a long time.
So proud, so proud.
I've been doing pest control for 49 and a half years. So anyway, I just throw that out because it came to mind. Nothing important. A lot of you don't realize that our business, 80% of our business is commercial. We do a lot of office buildings, industrial buildings and stuff. About 20% is residential. We love our residential as much as we love our commercial. The thing about residential, if you'll do a few things, you can cut it at least to 80% of having pest problems. If you clean up after yourself, make sure everything that you have is either in a sealed container or in the original container, but the original container is not as good as having it in like a Tupperware thing. The outside of a lot of packaging still has residue from the process, which will attract pests. You need to go around your house, check for openings, which will eliminate a lot of the problems with rats and squirrels. You need to go around your house, trim back all your bushes, clean your flower beds. If you have a bunch of flower beds overgrown and everything, rats really like that because they'll stay in that all day long and just chill, and then they'll move around at night. So, just saying, you can cut, like I say, you can cut your chances of having a pest problem by 80%. Our residential customers are customers that don't want to do it themselves, don't want to go around cutting things back. And that's the people we deal with residential. So if you'll take those steps, I haven't treated inside my house in 8 years. I've done some baiting on the outside, but I have not done anything on the inside of the house for 8 years. But we follow those. It's called integrated pest management.
I have a question.
No, it's not questioned. Okay, all right.
Question. Is there anything that would deter or armadillos? Would you spray anything?
A car.
On mothballs? Somebody said mothballs. Would that?
I can't tell you that mothballs do that because the state would, but rumors have it that they don't like mothballs. But I'll tell you, there is a product. We have a product that we use on commercial. A lot of things we do on commercial, we don't do on residential because residential is not willing to spend the money that commercial is. But there's a product at Lowe's. It's called Speeder Beater. It's for mosquitoes. And it has a garlic in it, which is more of a repellent than anything. And it's a granule. If they're digging up your yard or whatever, you can apply that and it will repel them. The reason that the mothballs, supposedly on the street, the word is that they will repel them because of the embalming fluid in them.
You have to catch those skeeters, you have to funnel them in with 2x4s.
Yeah, you
But you
can't,
have to funnel them because they can't,
See,
yeah, so they,
Skeeter.
yeah, you have to funnel them into the
Yeah.
trap because they won't go in. But yeah, it will repel.
It's called Skeeter.
Yeah, it's called Skeeter Beater.
Skeeter
I don't
Beater.
shop at Lowe's.
Skeeter Beater.
So I'm not, but we do have one that we use for mosquitoes. That's very strong garlic, and we use it in big rigs that we treat big office buildings and industrial buildings to repel all of them.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Don.
Skeeter Beater.
Skeeter Bader.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Everybody online. What is everybody doing this morning? I'm Pastor Kalen from Elevate Church. I want to say embalming fluid, it repels me too, I can tell you that. It's great to see everybody here this morning. All right, there's so you see my bald head. I'm the founding and lead pastor at Elevate Church. I so enjoy coming to be with you guys every Thursday morning. And last week I told you about our marriage conference, and I just want to remind you that today. If you're a chamber member or you know a chamber member, you can come free. You can go to our website, myelevatechurch.com, and register for free. And turn to your neighbor and say, free is cheap. And then,
free is cheap.
But you know, we do a marriage conference every year, and this year I heard something I never heard before about a Bible verse about marriage. All right, it's found in Ephesians chapter. Why are you laughing already? It's found in Ephesians chapter 5, verse number 28, where Paul the apostle is talking about marriage, and he's telling wives, submit. How many remember that? And then he tells husbands, love your wife as you love your own body. And I heard recently the reason why Paul told men to love their wives is they love their own body, because a woman can stand in front of the mirror and she's absolutely gorgeous. And she's looking at herself in the mirror, she's saying, I'm ugly, my hair's a mess, I'm fat, I'm so hideous. But a man can stand in front of the mirror and he can have a big gut hanging over his belts, and he can have a receding hairline, he's got food in his teeth, and he hadn't worked out in years, and he's going, you're a man. That's why Paul told men, love your wife like you love your own body. Isn't that great? That's great. But anyway, I just wanted to say we love you, have you at the marriage conference, and I'll probably get a chance to see a lot of you at the Maze Days until the Red River kickoff. All right? All right?
Yeah.
Alright, so next we have Bobby Tillman, he's gonna do a spotlight, so you want to share the screen?
Yeah.
I'll share the screen real quick.
They can honestly say, my wife married He's got
I'm Bob Tillman, and I think all of you know what we do. And what Patrick said about the comparison between the ladies and men. We do a lot of video stuff, and we use ladies to do a lot of pictures and graphics and stuff like that. And we, not just me, but my crew, it just lays out because they're pretty. I mean, let's just face it. Every one of them. I can't stand the way they look. I've got probably 15 that I've worked with over the years, without exception. But anyway, I haven't worked with too many guys, but we all look pretty good, I think. I do my little quick show and tell thing. Does anybody know what this is?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's a VCR.
No, that's bigger.
Yeah, it's
Super 8.
It's a 3/4 inch video tape. This is what was standard in the industry in the 80s, in TV stations. production studios. They had a little bit smaller one, not a whole lot smaller, but a little bit smaller than they put the cameras that they carried around. And when we were filming stuff in the 80s, the cameras were about the size of a small suitcase, and stuff. But anyway, I've done, over 250 of these for a church. We digitize these, put them on copy them into, digitize them into MP4 format and upload them. Or people can see stuff, if they're interested in going back and see what the church was like in the 80s, early 90s, whatever it was. Anyway, one of the things that I'm kind of the spotlight in a sense, but getting ready for the November 16th program, I have been out to this place in Nevada. It's probably the best kept secret in North Texas. It's a military museum. I was out there 5 years ago. Let's see here. We're gonna see if we can get this up. All right, do these people look familiar? Yeah. That's the guy, Mark Wetham. I'm not too sure who those people are. They look kind of like vagrants, but they were probably.
You look a lot younger there.
Price is Right?
Come on now. This is the,
We're just seeing the file list.
what was that?
You're not sharing the picture apparently, Bobby.
Oh, you gotta share
It says it's sharing.
Well,
It's the two girls from The Price is
What
Right.
do we do? Why
it
is
says you are sharing, you are screen sharing.
Is it because of the pin? Is it because of the pin?
All we see
Let me
is
try
file
something.
list.
How do you unpin something?
Try the sharing again.
Share screen.
Go back to stop share.
All right.
Now go to share.
Well, no, should we do it
No,
unpin?
go share.
Do we need to unpin the video?
There. Now click on the photo.
You have to click the
There we go.
frame.
But I thought you could scroll through it, you know, like.
Now can you
Yeah.
see the
Oh, there you go,
Go
Yeah.
there you go.
Right, there's an arrow.
Are they in order?
Did you guys, can y'all see the picture now? Okay, good. Anyway, this is, I've done videos up there, been up there several times, meet with these folks, and told when we pulled up last week, we went up there last week, took some of these pictures for this deal. It has a drive-by feel of a junkyard. It's terrible, but it's out in the middle of the country, Nevada. But all you gotta do is, once you get there and meet this gentleman, this is a fellow named Mark Wetham. He was in the British military, then he immigrated legally to the United States, he joined the military in America.
Wow.
And he's an engineer by trade, by education. He traveled the world doing all sorts of fix-up projects, and was making parts, and he hurt his back, and he decided, well, I'm gonna do something differently. So he started this museum about 10 years ago. This picture was taken by Faye. It's actually a screenshot of a video we shot. The two gentlemen in the forefront are both Congressional Medal of Honor winners. And if you see the guy there in his hand, he's got that, he was carrying that around in his pocket. There was a third Congressional Medal of Honor winner at this event. If you want to see this, you can go on my videos and look at it on our video, on our YouTube link. There's all these videos on there. But anyway, this guy, Mark, is back there in the back. He brings in some incredibly talented people, but the thing about the museum is that it's, you go through it, oh, there's another big, there's all sorts of military stuff.
We can hardly see you, you're in the camera. You were in the army?
Julie, you need a smaller jacket.
Well, she has a close association with the person that belongs to, I think, and he's slightly larger. Anyway, this is some of the stuff that's out there. This is one of the military tanks. By the way, everything out there works.
Yeah.
He has radios, he has all sorts of stuff, and nothing out there is a model or a sample. It's a genuine thing. Anyway, who's those people?
How does he know the name of it?
I gotta get the selfies in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We learn from the best.
Yeah, there's, okay, there's climbing in and out of this, tank.
That's a good picture.
Can you still get in and out of, will he still let you come in?
Yeah,
He won't let you drive?
Won't let you drive anymore, but you can get out there. Now, Steve Reddy was gonna be here. He's actually driven one of these things out there. At one time they did, but for obvious reasons, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a liability issue of driving a tank, I would think. He drives that thing into town sometimes, though.
I'm sure it's insurance.
And I'm sure it's heavily.
Jimmy's insurance right there.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
It needs to be insured.
These are some samples, I've got thousands of pictures, well, probably, yeah, I've got thousands of pictures out there. This is an actual bomb, and the little thing right there in his hand is how you arm it for a nuclear weapon.
That worked.
It was in there. And that's, back in the corner in the top left-hand section, I don't really, is this, yeah, well, that is a drone. That was one of the military drones from back in the '60s. In fact, the second picture I showed you, the Congressional Medal of Honor winners there, they were making a presentation, and there's another gentleman there named Colonel Smith. He was an aeronautical engineer. He developed in the early '60s, mid-'60s, actually mid-'60s, the first military drones that flew over Vietnam. And they'd fly at about 600 feet, I guess, at 400 miles an hour, or 400 miles an hour at 600, I can't remember which. And they'd fly out around here, but huge. Those are, well, that's not one of there, but there's not too much different besides those monoplane missiles were there. They'd fly around, they would get back to their home base, and they would eject a parachute, and would land. He said, well, we hope we could find them. And then the positioning stuff that we have today. But if you go to this place, the thing is, there are no labels on anything. There are no tags or there's labels on. You can read some of the graphics on things, but he said, I don't do that because I want people to ask questions. And you can spend hours and hours and hours out there. And this guy is an incredibly talented, gifted historian. This is one of the most amazing things. If you go out there today, to go back next year, it'd be different. He continuously updates product. There's some of the same stuff there, but a lot of the stuff is different. This table right here came from, I believe it's at the Philadelphia Museum or something on it.
I forget which museum.
Which one it
I
was.
just know where it came off.
And it's a massive table. It's marble, it's polished crystal on top.
Wow.
Extremely heavy. The interesting thing about this is this was Hitler's. It was in his bunker. And you can imagine he was standing at that table.
It was on his yacht.
He was?
On his yacht.
On his yacht. Where was it?
Yeah, on his yacht.
It's, yeah, well, not much, yeah. But can you imagine the people that were around that thing that was talking just like we are right now and planning stuff? It's unfortunate that evil overtook that guy. He was a brilliant person in a lot of ways. He developed the Volkswagen Bug. That was his he wanted to have something that the average German person could afford. And I was talking to my son about that yesterday. I don't know if you've ever seen a video several years ago that Volkswagen was advertising. They pulled a Volkswagen Bug up to a bridge, and the bridge had the arch support, and the Volkswagen Bug and the support for the bridge were almost exactly the same.
Wow.
The Bug can actually sit up on its roof and not collapse. It's structurally, it's very good. And you've probably seen the Volkswagens that were made in the 50s and 60s that are still running, They're amazing. But anyway, this is just one of the things that was there. And you can look down in it, it's just amazing to see. He had a whole bunch of uniforms. And if you go in there, you can look at he can tell you by looking at the uniform, particularly the British uniform, the way the button is styled, it will indicate the rank or where they served, the era, time, the fabric, the type of fabric. You can tell the difference between the different fabrics and what their application was, what they were for. Let's see here. That's a genuine samurai sword. And I was getting a little scared because the handle was looking a little.
You can really see in that picture.
Yeah. We need to go back and I was trying to take pictures and shoot videos simultaneously, but anyway, they're just down in another area. They've got all sorts of vehicles. And like I said earlier, all these things work. They actually run. They're not just there. One of the ways he funds this thing, you can go out there and it doesn't cost anything to get in. It's a good idea if you call first because he does go out and make public appearances. He drove one of those tanks into a church here about a month ago. Big church over here. They wanted to do a display, and he actually drove it into the church, and then they put a CO2 charge in the barrel and shot that, looked like, a artist being fired, but it was a puff of white smoke and stuff. But all these vehicles out here work. How he got started on this stuff is he started restoring these and selling them. And people started bringing in more and more and more. It's an incredible collection of stuff out there. I think that's probably about, I've got a bunch more of these for sure. But I thought, this gentleman's gonna be speaking here on November 16th. And if you have anyone that has any remote interest in military stuff, it's worth the trip out there. It's about 15, 16 miles from right here. It's in the city of Nevada. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You'll see that you're there because there's a bomb where the mailbox will be. It's on the post out there. And you turn in, and you go down there, and every time you go, like there's new stuff there. He said, what is on display is about 1/10 of what he has. But there's just an incredible collection of military things. This doesn't even come close to giving an idea of what's there. But these are some of these pictures that we took. We went out there last week to kind of get an idea of what, I wanted to get to meet the gentleman and talk to him because he's truly amazing person, but he has an amazing knowledge of all this stuff. So
Bobby, you say only 1/10 of his stuff is on display. Where's he keep the rest of it?
I don't know. He's got a store.
A storage, he says he has storage units full of
He's
stuff.
got a store.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And
And you can't rush.
no, you need to take the time because he will spend whatever time you got. And this, tell you.
He knows every story about everything in that
I
place.
took my grandson out there with my husband, and he was so patient with my grandson, which can be a handful. But he didn't try to tell him, no, just this, he encourages people to touch.
Yeah, he wants you to, he wants what you can't touch, it's got in cases, but,
There's that mural, did y'all see the mural up on the wall?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's an original.
oh, he's got,
He has a big painting on the wall.
Yeah.
What was it, do you remember?
well, it's a battle plan.
It's a battle plan.
Yeah.
And then he's got the original documents for some of the military campaigns in Germany, not American plans, German. Words really don't adequately describe it. It's just a main place. It's not fancy at all. It's nothing like going to the Smithsonian or it's going to some of the, really fancy, fixed up places, but it's worth the trip. Let me get out here and I'll shut up.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Bobby. All right, everyone, so, thank you for that. Now, what we'll do is, does anyone have any community announcements, anything, that they think would be relevant to the group they wanted to share? Or thank yous, anyone you've done
Hey,
business?
Julie, we can't hear you anymore.
You're not sure anymore.
It made like a
Just say it.
weird messaging up on the computer sound,
Go back to
and
your
then your
screen.
volume is gone.
There we go. Share.
You can hear it in sign language.
No, I'm back in there. Oh, no, that was just Matt though.
Hello, can you hear me now? This is weird. Can you hear me now?
Remove the pin.
Is this a Verizon commercial?
Can you guys hear me now? Hello? No?
No? Okay, well, it's over. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right, well,
Wave bye.
wait,
Can you
bye.
hear us?
I can hear you. Hold on.
All right.
I can hear
Looks like full chlorine pumps work great.
you.
Do it.
That's
It's okay, no big deal. I can run
On
it at the beginning.
program.
Sorry.
All right, everyone, sorry about that, guys. See ya. Okay. I'm sorry, I just didn't, I know we're getting close. So if you have anyone anyone they've done business with, any announcements you'd like to make, go ahead and just stand and talk. Go ahead.
Coming in February, the Murphy Veterans Tribute is gonna have a pickleball tournament in Rockwall, and the money will be going toward, the Murphy Veterans Tribute, and we'll be getting out more information about that.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, we have some winners. She's already drawn. And, oh, Tina Swindle is a winner.
Yay!
Do you have a preference here?
Yes, you want a lunch.
Caitlin Brownfield. Yeah, Mojo's, this Willie.
These drawings are beginning to be in.
Or calendar. No, there's a there's a little organizer,
Oh,
Mojo's or this. And last but not least, he did, she says he was a legit draw, Bobby Tillman. One again, so Bobby, you get to choose. We wanna draw one more?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's our screwdrivers.
Yeah, which one do you want? Want Mojo's?
Oh, there's another one. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, this is good, I like that.
That one came
Oh, I
in. Oh, you did, okay.
They're screwdrivers.
All right, everyone, so thank you for the week.
Those are the kind of.
Your turn.
Remember, we are at Culver City, and maybe we'll see you at Macy's. Come by and visit us if you don't have.
Come on.
Let's see.
Was it tougher? You have to go for
That's true.